Hey guys, and welcome. I'm Kate. I'm here today with Memphis, and we have a practice to help you find some calm in the chaos when those days come where you feel like everything is spinning around you and you just need to take a moment to care for yourself, to nurture, and to find a slow and easy practice. This is the one for you. Grab a blanket or a towel if you've got it, a couple of blocks if you want them. Slip into something comfortable, roll out your mat, and I'll see you in a few. All right, guys. So we're gonna get started in a comfortable seat. You can grab your towel or the blanket that you snagged for the practice and just come into a cross-legged seat here that feels good, and that one that you can kind of sit in for a few moments. Let your hands rest on your lap. Feel your shoulders start to relax down and slide your eyes closed. And take a couple of moments to gather. Kind of step outside of the chaos of your life and bring yourself here, this little rectangular oasis of quiet and calm, this place you can come to reset and recharge. Now slowly let your awareness slide inward and just feel your breath. You don't have to change it or make it something that it isn't today. Just feel your breath move through your body. And with every exhale, feel yourself root a little deeper into the ground. And with every inhale, draw in new energy. So there's a drawing in and a letting go with every cycle of inhale and exhale. On your next exhale, you're going to slowly lower your chin to your chest. Shake your head gently side to side. And then inhale, roll your right ear up over your right shoulder. Give your head a little shake there. And roll back down through center, chin to chest. And inhale, roll up to the left side. Same thing, give your head a gentle shake. And roll down through center. On your next inhale, you're going to slowly lift your head. Open your eyes. Take your right hand out to the side. You're going to walk it out. Drop the right hand to the floor, and you can start to drop your right elbow. Feel your left side sitting bone root down as you reach up and over with your left hand. Take a few breaths to make some space in your left side rib cage. And on your inhale, you're going to come on back up. Reach both arms up and then set the left hand down outside your hip and walk it out. Palm flat on the floor, your elbow can draw down toward the mat. And feel that right side lengthen down from your hip into your sitting bone. Stretch up and over. On your next inhale, you're going to come all the way up, stretch up through both arms. As you exhale, take your left hand across to your right knee and your right hand behind you. Lengthen through your spine and twist. Smooth, easy breath. You don't have to go too deep into the twist today. Just start to kind of move things around. Inhale, slowly take your arms, reach them up. Exhale, right hand across, left hand behind. Find your twist here. Again, you don't have to go super turbo into it. Just enough to start to shake some junk loose. Inhale, come back up through the middle. And when you exhale, take your hands to your knees. We're going to do some cat and cow here. Inhale, feel your back arch. Take your gaze up. And when you exhale, you're going to round. You can hold onto the fronts of your knees. Inhale. Lift your chest, feel your shoulder blades pull gently down your back. Exhale and round curl in. One more of those. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale and curl back and come back to a neutral spine on your inhale. You're just gonna take your fingertips to the floor in front of you and walk your hands forward. Feel your hands fully root into the floor. And drag your sitting bones back. Let your head hang between your upper arms and give your head a little shake side to side. So if there's any residual tension in your neck, you can start to loosen it up a little bit more here. And when you inhale, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Come on up, and you're just gonna switch the cross of your legs. So whatever one was in front is now gonna be behind. Fingertips to the floor in front of you. Inhale, lengthen up, same deal. And just walk the hands forward. With your hands fully rooted into the floor, let your head hang. Send your sitting bones back behind you and give your neck some more release. Let your head spin side to side. That's it. And then walk your hands underneath you. You're going to take the blanket that you've got underneath you or the towel and just move it to the side and roll over your knees. Come on into a table here. And 3 rounds of cat and cow. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Take a moment. Connect your movement and your breath. And you can make these movements as big as you want, or as subtle if you're feeling like you need a little bit less today. One more inhale. Walk your hands forward slightly, and when you exhale, tuck your toes, lift your knees, send your hips up and back, but keep the knees bent. Keep them soft here, and just feel the 4 corners of your palms root down. Feel the fingernail pads press gently into the floor. Upper arms hug in toward your ears, and take the sides of your body back. You're just going to start to pedal out the feet. Press the right heel down. And then bend your right knee. Press your left heel down. And back to that right side one more time. Root it down. And then switch to the left side. And then both knees stay soft. Take your gaze forward, and you're just going to tiptoe your feet up to meet your hands. Top of the mat, Uttanasana. Soften your knees here, so now you can start to rest your belly, your chest on your thighs. And take a moment to just feel yourself kind of fold in. Keep those knees bent. Take your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold back down over the legs. Knees stay bent. Take your weight back toward your heels. Lead with your chest. Inhale, come all the way out. Reach up. And then slide your hands down through prayer. Hold for a second here. Samastitihi. And then release your hands to your sides. Inhale, take your arms, stretch them up. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees as you go and kind of curl over your legs. Hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Plant your hands, and we're going to walk the feet back. Find downward facing dog. And again, you want to let your head go here. You can keep a soft bend in your knees if you want. If you want to go a little bit more into the backs of your legs, feel free here. Take a breath. And when you exhale, you're going to lower your knees to the mat. Find your table. And take your right leg, stretch it back behind you. You're going to keep your toe on the floor there, but keep your abdominal muscles active. So it's as if that back foot was lifted. Inhale, and when you exhale, you're going to slide this right foot up between your thumbs. You can use the blocks underneath your hands if you want them. Stay on your fingertips and let your hips sink down gently. From here, you're going to take a breath, and when you exhale, slowly lower your chin down to your chest. Shake your head side to side. And then slide your right hand onto your thigh. You're going to come on up, both hands on your right thigh. Keep your legs drawing in, keep your low belly lifted. You're going to take your hands behind your back with your elbows bent. You can grab your wrists, you can grab your forearms, or if the shoulders allow, you can grab your elbows. You want to feel the weight of your arms kind of rest in your low back. Give you some support here, and then lift from there. Take your chest and feel it lift up. Take another breath here. And when you exhale, you're going to release your hands to either side of that right foot. Left toes tuck. Lift your left knee off the mat. Inhale here. And when you exhale, you're going to step back through plank. Find stability in your plank when you inhale. And as you exhale, drop your knees to the mat and send your hips back to your heels. Find child's pose. And when you get there, bring your arms right alongside your legs. Palms face up. Take a moment to let your upper back round. Let your arm bones drop toward the floor and feel your forehead release down into the mat. And just breathe here. One more smooth breath in and let it out. You're going to slide your hands forward, come back up into your table. Engage your abdominal muscles here. You're going to take those that left foot, stretch it back. Toes still on the mat. Inhale. And when you exhale, sneak that foot up between your thumbs. Come up onto your fingertips using the blocks if you want. Take a moment here. Inhale. And when you exhale, drop your chin in toward your chest. Press gently into your fingertips. Feel the upper back. Press gently toward the ceiling. And then your left hand's going to come to your thigh. Right hand follows suit. Legs stay strong. Sink your hips down, coming up into your low lunge. And bring your arms behind your back again. And maybe you can go the funky way. You might have to cross them and then recross. Right? Let those arms start to settle into your low back. Kind of like nestle in there. Lift your chest up and breathe. Inhale. And when you exhale, you're going to release your hands to either side of your left foot. Tuck your right toes. Lift your right knee. Push back through your right heel. Inhale. And then plant your hands firmly into the mat. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Plank pose. And you inhale. And then exhale. Drop your knees to the mat. You're going to take them a little bit wider than you normally would. Big toes touch. Send your hips back toward your heels. And you're going to sneak your arms through your knees. And you can take your hands to the soles of your feet. Palms kind of folding down. You can hold on to your feet. Or you can flip your palms up. If this is wildly uncomfortable, you can, of course, come out of this. I just find it really comforting. You're just going to rest on one cheek for a moment. And then switch cheeks. All right, from here, slide your arms out from underneath you, come back up into your table, tuck your toes, lift your knees, downward facing dog. Looking forward and slowly walk your feet up. Uttanasana, top of the mat. Soften your knees, let yourself hang here. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale and fold. Press the floor away. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. As you exhale, bring your hands down through prayer. Okay, from here you're going to shift your weight onto your right foot and draw your left knee into your chest and take your left knee into both hands. Take a moment to kind of just settle into this. And from here, you're going to take your right hand across the front of your left knee, lengthen up, and I'm going to twist, reaching your left arm back behind you. You can keep your gaze straight forward, take it back toward that left hand, whatever works for you. And then take your left hand to your left knee, and you're just going to guide your left knee open. Take your right arm out to the side. Just feel the support of that left hand on your knee. And come back through the middle and step this left leg back. Find crescent lunge. Keep your hands at your hips here. Feel your shoulders relax. And as you sink down into your feet, Feel yourself lift gently through your chest, the top of your head. We can't control what goes on outside of this, this rectangle, right? We can't control it. Once we step off this mat, it is what it is, right? But we can kind of work on what happens here. All right, so find your breath. And the more we can work on our reactivity here on the mat, the easier it is to start to work on it when you step off the mat and into the world. All right, take a breath in. And when you exhale, we're gonna open into a warrior two. Let your hips and your chest open toward the long edge of your mat. Inhale, float your arms up. And just find our traditional variation here. And this right knee certainly doesn't have to come over the ankle. If you want to work a little bit harder, you can make it a little more challenging for yourself. But if you're rewound a little bit and you're kind of back, that's okay. From here, you're going to take the arms, bring the left arm underneath the right, and you're just going to grab the shoulder blades here, kind of walk your fingertips around so you end up kind of hugging yourself, like so. Let your elbows drop onto your chest, and then breathe into the space through your upper back. Inhale, reach your arms back out. As you exhale, you're going to drop your right hand to your right thigh. Inhale, straighten the right leg, and you're just going to slowly draw the chest or the spine out and over, coming into Trikonasana. You can keep this left arm stretching up. You can take your hand to your hip, gaze down, gaze forward, gaze up. Whatever works for your neck today. Inhale. And when you exhale, you're gonna slide your right hand up, take your left hand to the floor, pivot on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, lengthen your spine. When you exhale, roll your right shoulder open and breathe. Deep breath here. And then exhale, right hand to the floor, step the right foot back to meet the left. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, lower your knees, hips to your heels, child's pose, slide your arms back alongside you. And relax. Come back to your breath if you've lost it. Soften where you can. And slide your hands forward. Gonna come back up through table, downward facing dog. And take your gaze forward and walk it up again, Uttanasana. Bend those knees. Just let yourself rest on the tops of your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Press the floor away. Inhale, come all the way up. And hands down through prayer. Okay, so you're going to shift onto your left foot. Right? Roll those shoulders back. Draw your right knee in. Soften your gaze. You're going to slide the left hand across this right knee. Take your right hand behind you. Little twist here. Keep pressing into the floor with your left foot. Feel your chest lift. Inhale. And when you exhale, right hand's gonna come back. Kind of reach it around to the inner knee here. You're just gonna guide this knee open and take your left arm out to the side. It's supported by your right hand this whole time. You're gonna come back through the middle and then step your right foot back. Find a lunge here with your hands at your hips, elbows kind of hugging back just a touch, shoulders soft. Press into the floor and breathe. Inhale. And when you exhale, open. Come into your warrior two stance. And then float your arms up. Find the traditional version here first. Then you're going to take the arms, bring them in front. Right arm comes underneath the left. Kind of walk your fingertips toward the edges of your shoulder blades. Let your elbows soften down onto your chest. And take a couple of breaths here. You can take your gaze over your left shoulder or just bring it straight in front. All right, here we go. Trikonasana. Your left hand's going to start to drop down. Feel your left hip crease start to deepen in. Let your left hand slide down and extend your right arm up. Feel the sides of your body lengthen, kind of buoyed by the strength of your core muscles here. You can take your gaze straight down to that left foot. Nice full breath in. And then from here, you're gonna windmill. Take your right hand down to the floor, pivot on the ball of your back foot, and slide your left hand onto your left thigh. Lengthen your spine here. When the exhale comes, press your left hand into your left thigh and twist to the left. Inhale. And when you exhale, left hand to the floor, step it back, find your plank, deep breath. And then lower your knees to the mat. We're gonna go for another child's pose. Take your hips back to your heels, slide your arms alongside your body. And relax, coming back to your breath. Somewhere along the line, I heard this called stone pose in a kid's yoga class or something, a rock pose. It's kind of nice to think about that you're just kind of heavy and relaxed into the earth like a rock. All right, and then from here, you're gonna slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Come on up to sit and sweep your feet to one side. Stretch your legs out in front. All right, take your left, let's do the right leg. Take your right leg, fold it in, and then step it up and over your left. Keep your left leg active, hug in with that left arm, and start to walk your right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen up, and when you exhale, give yourself a twist here. Inhale, come back through center. As you exhale, you're just going to take the left hand behind you, give yourself a twist to the left, and bring yourself back through center. Inner right thigh to your inner foot to your inner left thigh. It was bound to happen. Keep that energy extending through your left leg. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, come out and over. With every inhale, you can kind of give yourself a little more length. And every exhale, maybe fold a little more over. And inhale, lengthen yourself up. And exhale, fold over. And let your eyes close. Feel your chin gently drop toward your chest. And breathe. Forward bending is great for bringing a little calm to your mind. Slide your hands under your shoulders, slowly come on up. Extend your right leg and bend your left knee in and plop that puppy up and over. Keep your right leg active. You're gonna hug around with the right arm and start to walk your left hand behind you. Find length in your spine when you inhale and just wring it out gently as you exhale. If there's any more stale energy in there, right, can kind of trudge it out with this twist. And inhale, bring yourself back through center. Grab that knee with your left hand. Take your right hand behind you and kind of do a little baby counter twist. And back through the middle. Gonna bring the left foot to the inner right thigh. Lengthen up for Janu Shirshasana. Come out and over. And almost like a wave crashing on the shore, right? You're gonna inhale, lift up, and exhale, fold. And inhale, lift up, extend. Exhale and fold. One more. Inhale, lift. Extend and come out and over, and just let yourself kind of curl in. Let your eyes slide closed. On your next inhale, you're going to slide your hands underneath you, press yourself up, extend your left leg out, and you're going to grab your blanket or your towel type deal here, and you're going to bring it into, you know, kind of a bigger rectangular fold, and then roll it. So you've got a nice sizable roll here, and you're going to slide it under your knees. You know, make sure you're on the mat enough so you're not going to kind of roll off the edge. And from here, you're just going to lower yourself down. And take a few moments here you can have your arms resting by your sides, palm facing the floor for a little more grounded feeling, or you can bring your hands onto your body. Let your eyes close, and if you need to move in any other way to make this more comfortable, please do. With every exhale, feel yourself drop a little deeper down, a little deeper into the floor, a little deeper into your breath. And just feel your breath move through you, and let it be an anchor here, keeping you steady, keeping you grounded even when the waves crash, when the wind blows. Your breath is here, smooth and easy. If you want to stay a little longer, you can always pause the video. Hang out for a little longer. I'm going to slowly bring you back deep in your breath. And start to move your fingers and your toes. And when you feel ready, you can draw your knees in one at a time. And give yourself a hug here before we roll to one side. Take a moment. And then gently roll to your right. And feel the strength of your arms underneath you as you press yourself up. And make your way for another moment into a comfortable seat. You can slide that blanket or towel underneath. And you're going to bring your fingers together. So you're interlacing the fingers here, and the thumbs come into your goalpost kind of thumbs here. And just let your hands rest on your chest. Let your elbows drop. Let the weight of your hands start to settle down. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. And before you step off this little oasis, feel the rhythm of your breath and the beating of your heart underneath your hands. Even as you feel the weight of your hands as they rest on your chest here. Find calm there. Serenity. And even though there is chaos in the world, there is chaos in our lives, small whirlpools, right, and giant storms. And find your ease in your breath. Find a little bit of calm in the storm. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and bow your head. Take a minute to say a quiet thanks to your body and your breath in your practice today. And I thank you, as always, for joining me, for spending a little bit of time with me today. I appreciate it. I look forward to practicing with you again. Like, subscribe, hit that little belly button. Share it if you want, the belly button. The notification bell, or your belly button. Either one. Oh, namaste.